Hi guys, so I had to redo my intro and my outro because I don't know, my other one was blurry. So tutorial is on this halo eye that I'm wearing right now, and along with like my lip color and everything, I put on a lip gloss on top of this because I just felt like the matte liquid just felt like it was just like blink, you know what I'm saying? So I put on lip gloss. Okay, so yeah, if you want to find out how I got this eye look, just keep on watching. Okay, so I already have like my highlighter, my blush, my contour, my foundation, my brows, everything's done already. And I'm just gonna go in and start on my eyeshadow look. I did this foundation routine on my previous video. If you want to take a look at my channel and go back to the video right before this one. Okay, to start off, we're gonna use the Natural Love, the Too Faced Natural Love palette. It looks like this. It has a lot of beautiful shimmery colors. I'm gonna go in with the really big fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna mix in I'm gonna mix together honey butter and nude. I just zoomed y'all in a little bit, okay? And I'm gonna go in with honey butter and nude, and I'm just gonna pat that all over my crease and in circular motions, just like that. Now I'm going to take this smaller fluffy blending brush by Morphe. They don't really have names to them, like numbers or anything, so I'm just going to describe them to you. And this color right here, it's called Makeup and Chill. And I'm going to go in with honey butter, this one right here, and just kind of mix those two back and forth. So the way that I'm going to blend this out, I'm going to blend this in circular motions, and like when I get to my inner and outer corners, I'm just going to circle that in and blend it in, and that's going to kind of create this halo look. Okay, so look carefully. I'm going to pat all these colors down in my crease, and then I'm going to go in circles in my outer corner, go in circles, 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 all the way to my inner corner, and I'm going to keep on going in circles. Just like that. And you see, there it goes. It's starting to create a halo look, and it's leaving the middle part of the lid empty. And I'm just gonna gradually add more color until it's as opaque as I want it to be. And I'm just gonna go back and forth. And then I'm just going to take the brush I was using before and kind of blend the edges, just like that. I'm going to move on to deepening up the inner and the outer corners. And always keep in mind that if your eyelids are smaller, always use smaller brushes. Just because I'm using big brushes doesn't always mean that you have to. So I'm going to take a smaller brush. You see how I've used a big brush, and a medium brush. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. So the darker the color that I use, the smaller the brush that I use. Big to small. So I'm going to go in with the small brush right here. And I'm going to take a darker color. And you want a smaller brush so that way you can concentrate the color, the dark color, in the areas that you may want it. Okay, so I'm just going to use that dark brown Makeup and Chill, this one, the inner and the outer corner, just like this. I'm just going to pat that right where I want it. Just pat it like that. And if you have too much makeup on your brush, just wipe it off on your arm, on a baby wipe, on a napkin. It doesn't matter. Just wipe it off. And then just go in circles right where you want it. Or you could flick it back and forth like that. It just doesn't really matter. I like to do both, really. So like spread the color out and then flick it back and forth and make sure it's blended. I'm gonna go in with my finger and I'm gonna use a cream eyeshadow, and the one I'm using today is a Revlon cream eyeshadow. It's called Revlon Illuminating Cream Eyeshadows, and this palette is called not just nudes, okay? And I'm gonna use, I'll just use this champagne cream eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna dot it right in the center of my eyelids on both sides where there's no eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna kind of like dot it right there. And I like to use my light colors before I use my dark colors, so that way if I make a mistake I could always correct it. This flat shader brush, and it's kind of like puffy too, like really dense, and it's really good for picking up glitters and stuff, so that way they don't just like fly off and fly everywhere. And I'm gonna take right here called Tickle Me, and I'm just gonna load up the brush, and I'm just gonna pat it right here in the center of my eyelid, right on top of that, just to make it, you see how it lightened it and it made it a lot more glittery. And I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side, right there in the center. A small shader brush like this, and I'm gonna take a dark shade. I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Fingers Crossed, and I'm just gonna load it. I'm just gonna put it on the very tip of my brush like that, so that way I know if I get it too much on the sides, I could put it in places I don't want it. And I'm just gonna very lightly go back and forth, just on the very corners of my lid, just like that, just in those spots, the spots that I want it, in the inner and the outer corner, just like that. And I'm just kind of pressing it into my eyelid. And you see how I kind of corrected that since I drug it too far in. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I'm gonna mirror my eyelid, and I'm gonna move on to my my lower lash line. And I'm gonna use Fingers Crossed once again. And then with the same brush, I'm just gonna go in with Tickle Me and place it on top. Take that pencil brush, and I'm gonna use the color Nude, and I'm just gonna buff those colors out. I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush right here, and I'm just gonna go, and I'm not gonna pick up any product on it, and I'm just gonna blend everything out. Make sure everything is well blended out, because I put my highlight on, and I like to have like the same brow highlight as my cheek highlight, and I just have it like right there. And then I'm gonna just take this brush, and I'm gonna take my face highlighter, and I'm gonna pop it in my inner corners as well. Do a black eyeliner. What I like to use on my waterline is a gel eyeliner. They have gel pencil eyeliners now, and I like to use those too, but apply it to a little eyeliner brush, and I'm just gonna run that on my waterline. Top eyeliner, I like to use a liquid eyeliner. This one is felt tip. It's Carbon Black L'Oreal Liner and Tints. And I'm not gonna wing it. I'm just gonna do a pretty straight line, because you don't want your wing to like overpower your halo. So you see that? I'm gonna use this Kylie lip kit in the color Koko, okay? Since I'm done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to mascara. And I'm gonna use this CoverGirl mascara. It's the Super Sizer Fiber mascara. okay. So the lashes I'm gonna apply are from Wish. I don't really know the name of these, but these are like from Japan. They're like really spiky lashes. So I went ahead and completed my makeup. As you can see, I did this pretty. Oh, make sure you like my video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And please share my video. Please, please, please share, share, share.